Hey everybody, and welcome back to Superman Crypto. Your host Superman in the house, and another Zen update. Obviously, this project is absolutely roaring, so we're going to give another cool roundabout on this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. Hit that, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, all the bell, all that good stuff. Let's get into it, folks, and let's have a look where we are at the moment. So, if you haven't seen this, this is the Zen ecosystem. It's just keeps building out really, really nicely. And we get at the bottom here, we've got the old Fenix protocol that's about to launch in a couple of weeks. So that's going to be very, very exciting for that. Obviously, the Zen ecosystem is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. This is very, very cool. Now, I believe this is from Senzu. And of course, we can find that on the zen.pub website. So it's one of the bottom links on the bottom left-hand side. We're going to look at that later. Let's get into the Zen price. Zen price holding up pretty well here. We've got the Fibonacci as well, giving us an idea of support. After you have a big run up, of course, you expect a bit of a profit taking. That being said, unless there's something different, unless the fundamentals are going to help keep the price up. So at the moment, we're doing pretty well here. Now we've got this kind of cool doji hammer here. This looks kind of bullish to me, and that's at 7.6 cents. So we did actually on the 24 hours, we actually got down to 6,600. We're currently at 7,600, so nice little bounce back there. Yesterday we had quite a bullish day as well. We got up to, on the 21st, we got up to 9,400, a low of 7,100. Obviously, we got a lower low in the day on the 22nd so far, and obviously we're going to watch to see where this goes in the future. But so far, looking very bullish in my view. Still in a very bullish camp. Why is that? Well, we've got Fenix coming up. So Fenix, obviously, this is, I would say, the first sort of, what would you call it, conservative utility savings product. So it's a hybrid of staking mining protocols. So thinking of Hex and other type of protocols. So it's kind of a mixture of different protocols, and it's about to launch on the 13th of May on Ethereum. Now it's looking on Polygon earlier in April, I believe. So yeah, but on 13th of May is the launch there for Fenix. In fact, I need to double check that later on the Polygon one, but on Ethereum, it's going to be launching on the 13th of May. As you guys know, I focus mainly on Ethereum. So how many days away is that? That is 21 days, 3 weeks away. So that's very bullish sort of pressure on now the Zen. Now, we could have trillions and trillions and tens of trillions going through Fenix. Definitely possible. So if you think about all the supply coming up, we could definitely have a big amount going through that. So that's a big deal. So looking good. At the moment, though, we've bounced off this 38.38 Fibonacci. So, which is holding support around about 6,500. We bounced off that again. So it's pretty cool. Bounced off it once, twice, 3 times in some ways. So it's kind of cool. Where the price is down 2.4% on the 24 hours. We had 770 buys in the top trading peak here. 58% of the trades are buys. The buy volume is 3.8 million over 3.7 million, which is cool to see. And liquidity of 1.8 million. So certainly competition between the buyers and sellers, but certainly looking pretty good. The RSI is moved slightly just on the overbought line, just skimming along there. But the stochastic on the daily RSI is still down over here. So still down quite a lot there. So from the stochastic point of view, we could have still quite a nice ramp up here. It's going to be fun to see that. So kind of cool from that point of view. Let us go forward in time. So yeah, 3 weeks till Fenix. Awesome stuff. Let's have a look at the Gwei. The Gwei here, we've at the moment, in the last 24 hours. Remember yesterday we were looking at it was in the 60s on the average Gwei. Now it's 38. So a lot cheaper to do things, and people have been doing more things. So minting, new mints, or burning in DBXen, that sort of thing. So definitely a lot cheaper. Minimum has been 28, so still not super low, but 28 has been the minimum, and 100 has been the max here on the last day. You can see the last day here as well. So it's kind of cool. That is pretty much it on the daily. Let's jump over to DXen. DXen has been the starlight, has really pumped, and of course breaking out of this consolidation period here between $60 and $73. It is now pumped. Yesterday it pumped up to $89, currently at $83, starting off a new day candle, looking pretty good. So last 24 hours up 16%, 315 buys, so 2/3 of all the trades have been buys. And the buy volume 56% in favor of the upside, 801k over 621k, with 762,000 liquidity. So we're looking really good. Some people calling even for a bigger breakout. We'll be watching that closely. Obviously, DBXen with the lower gas prices has allowed more XEN to go in and burn as well. So it's positive. Now, obviously, DXen is also deflationary, just like Zen burns to get DXen and the DBXen. We also see the Epsilon burning DXen. And at the moment, the only way to get more Epsilon meme coin is to burn a DXen. It's currently holding up pretty nicely at the top of the range at 6,360. So I'd say the top of the range is 7,000. And we're just sort of on the top, sort of in the top half of that range, with the bottom of the range being, just under 5,000 there. So 5 to 7,000 is kind of the range, and we're on the top half of that. So it's kind of cool. Down 4.83% on 24 hours though, 183 buys, so 65% of buy trades, and the volume there just competing for 158 versus 155, just competing there on the volumes. Liquidity is pretty small, 115, relatively speaking to the other liquidity pairs for the other tokens, but so just taking into account you get more volatility on the up and down side there. Let's go check out the Zen supply. Let's go to check out the Zen supply, and we can see that Zen has gone down. That's positive news. So we're down to 8.72 at 4 trillion. I think we were at 8.8 yesterday. We've had some big moves. So we had Zen going into staking, which you guys know I wanted to see more of that. So we're back up towards close to 1.6 trillion. So that's kind of good news. Yesterday we had mints, just over 40 million new mints coming into the market that could be claimed. And today's candle, let's have a look what's coming in the next 24 hours. We've got this candle here. So this is our first candle, 84 billion Zen expected to come in. So yesterday we had just over 41 billion. So this today is 84 billion. So, but with lower gas prices today, down from 68 Gwei down to 38 Gwei or so, that's making this a lot more likely we'll get a lot bigger burn. Plus having more Zen around, you get a bit more burn as well. The 23rd, we've got 113 billion. Once we get to that, we're back into next week where we get much lower. Monday is 43, 41, and then of course 73, 54. So not as low as last week, but definitely the first Monday, Tuesday will be. So that's kind of cool. That is the next 7 days. Now, next 30 days, obviously we've got Zen launching in 3 weeks, and Zen's launching just before, Fenix is launching just before these two big candles, which are at 322, 329. So those just before that, perfect timing, right? So looking good for that. And looking at 90 days out, then after those two big candles, it's all pretty low, all the way through to the 16th of July. So you can sort of see the claims are going to be relatively low, and if the burning keeps burning through DBXen, and then of course after these two around here, we're going to have not only DBXen but also Fenix running up, and potentially other protocols as well. So we're going to talk about that. So really bullish, guys, really bullish indeed. So that is pretty much that. So that's going to put a lot of more price pressure on the Zen price. Or at least it's going to help give propensity for it to go up rather than down. And so that's kind of really cool there. Now, moving to the other sides of things that have been happening. Let's go to the cost. Obviously, cost yesterday was really high, $13, come down to 10. We should see cost of NC ranks go down. The burning, this hasn't come through yet, but we'll probably get that updated later after this video. The percentage of coins liquid has gone down. Yes, big move. So we're just stuck in the 59 to 60% range. It's gone down to 58.6. So that's really bullish. We've got 28.39% burn, 4.2 trillion. Stakes at almost 1.6. And we're still sitting at about 2.4% penalties, which means this Zen never even hits the market. So let's have a look at the trends, overall trends. Trends are your friends. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. And no reason that's just going to only go up and up and up with the Fenix in a couple of weeks. So super bullish on that one. So that's kind of cool. Future mints is 88 trillion. But remember, we're going to have not only DBXen ticking over every day, but we're going to have Fenix coming up and then other protocols as well. So Fenix could end up getting a lot of Zen burned. Trillions of Zen burned is a reasonable expectation. You can take maybe, I don't know, you can say 5%, 10%. I don't know what you think it is. You can make up your estimate there. But it's huge burn coming away. 2.4% won't even hit the market based on current penalties. So you sort of see, you get these supply sinks in, and it eats up some of the future mintings as well on a large scale. So we'll be looking forward to that once Fenix launches and watching that. And that's going to make, in the short term, particularly a short squeeze as you can see, there's not going to be particularly high mints except for these 2 days, and we'll see what happens with those in the market. Maybe people sell them down, maybe people put them in the Fenix when they claim this, or maybe they just go staking or hold. They've got a number of options to choose from there. So we'll see what those minters do when that comes out. So that is pretty cool. Oh, look, we've just gone down again, down to 715. So the supply's gone down again, and the staking's gone up there too. So bullish, guys, bullish, really bullish. Let's have a look at the new mints. Let's go have a look at the new mints here. And what we got there, up 58,000. So yeah, remember yesterday we were like 12,000 or 11,000. Today we're up at 58,000 because the gas has gone down dramatically. Oh, it's just at 30 there. Look at that, beautiful. So it's gone down from the 60s down into the 30s. Nice. And the minting has just jumped back up. People want to mint. So it shows you the enthusiasm is really, really high. Very excited about that. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's jump into DBXen and pull that in. And DBXen here. Let's see what we got through burn. This is still the main burner through the system. Obviously, XEN and Ts are still out there. People can mint those. That does contribute some stages. But we're at 76.87 billion yesterday mint burn. Beautiful. And we're already starting off today at 9.3. So pretty cool. Now, obviously, when you get high gas prices, you often get more ETH in the pool. So ETH gets minted in the pool. And that's very important. So very cool. Let's look at the leaderboard at the moment. 1.2 trillion there. And looks like it's costing them about 8,000, assuming this is correct, this transaction here. And of course, the XEN burn 9,300. So what's that? 16, 17, 17,500. And it looks like they got a reward of 107,000 at the moment. So that's going to be interesting. But obviously, they get arbitrage. We've seen that get arbitraged by big whales. They come in and they burn big time. So the leaderboard on DBXen, massive. Look at this guy, 210 billion XEN burned. Got 8.77% of the pool. And apparently that's earning around about 400% APY at the moment. So they are loving it. They are loving it. And yeah, getting creaming the crop out of the ETH there. So very, very popular at the moment. We've got, let me just refresh to see what the latest number is. At the moment, we've got 9.3 billion through the pool for this cycle with 12 hours and 12 and a half hours to go. And we've got 30 days. So 30 days results for DBXen. 2.4 trillion has been burnt in 30 days. Amazing, amazing. What are we going to do through Fenix? What are we going to do through Fenix? It's going to be interesting to see. We've had 2,234 ETH accrued as well. Now, with Fenix coming up in a couple of weeks, we're going to have both DBXen and Fenix competing for XEN. So attraction of XEN. So that really does put the squeeze on XEN supply. So that's kind of bullish too. We're going to be very interesting to see two big dApps go up against each other. And of course, we've got other protocols going to be launching. Not passive income as much, but other meme coins and stuff like that. So we'll be talking about that XEN Dodge and things. And of course, XLON, things like that coming around. Then we've got the party mints, the pool, all the mint, the parties and moon parties and all that's coming up from Jack Levin. It's going to be fun to see. Now, don't forget that everyone gets credits for the X1 chain with the XN token too. So that's bullish, and that's expected to launch this year, the XN with X1 chain next year is my understanding at the moment. So that's kind of important there. Bullish. All right, let's move on. We're going to jump into Jack Levin's updates. And of course, the XEN Nights was successful. 110 billion burn from that. And of course, congratulations again to all the 100 winners. Favorite XEN Night, Jack Levin says, is this one. Looks like it's probably his one. I'm pretty sure he bid one in the Twitter spaces. And of course, congratulations to them. It's going to be interesting, to watch those. They're going to have a XEN Nights party launch for those allocations when they allocate those to Bitcoin inscription images. So he's highlighting like the fact that burn was approaching 30%, which is pretty amazing. Top burners. Let's have a look here. DBXen. Oh, let me go to the top here. DBXen is deflationary 21 hours ago. I was talking about how it's getting deflationary. DBXen is the culprit. If this user is left unchallenged, she will make 7,500. So obviously people jumping into the DBXen and arbitraging that opportunity. Now, 1 hour ago, Joe Blau published a Fenix protocol launching on Pulse Chain Testnet V4, which is up and running. So that's bullish. And we're going to have a look at that in a second, but that is bullish from Joe Blau. I'm going to retweet that. What else is going on there? DBXen by the numbers 56 minutes ago. This is hot off the press. So 95% is staked for yield. So 95% of tokens are staked. 2.4 trillion XEN burned. 4 million paid to stakers. And performance $3 to 85 on the price. All in 30 days with only 6% of DBXen mined. Curious to see what happens in the next 12 months. Me too. So you can see that's potentially going to be a big burner. Let's assume that it keeps going as high as it has for 30 days. Let's say it goes for all year. Then you're looking at a pretty big amount. So let's do the numbers just quickly. Now, obviously, it may not be linear at all in terms of the burn. We did 2.4 trillion every month times 12. That is 28 trillion. So that's a huge amount, right? So 28 trillion. Imagine burning 28 trillion out of all the future mints coming up as well. So we've obviously got the existing supply, which is 8.7 trillion or 10.3 trillion with the stakes. And then you add on, 97.5% of this amount. Then, that's a pretty big amount there, isn't it? So 28, I'll do 28.9. So let's do 10 plus, let me do it the other way, 0.975 times 88. That's 85 plus 10. Let's just round that up there. So let's say 95. 29 divided by, what does that say, 95. That is 30%. So imagine a ZEN burns 30% of this future supply. That'd be incredible, wouldn't it? And that's not necessarily that we'll do that. But of course, you've got Fenix now competing as well. Fenix is about to launch a big DApp that's likely to attract a lot of Zeners too. So it's going to be fun to see that. All right, so let's jump over to Fenix, which is the next big protocol coming out. And this is obviously a big deal. Make sure you try the Fenix protocol testnet. People are learning and developing lots of interesting strategies that are talking about in Fenix protocol. So if you want to talk strategies, jump into the Telegram there, Fenix protocol, talk about that. What will that do? Will that also do trillions of burn every month? And maybe it would have a big amount at the beginning. We will see. We'll see what that does. And of course, what will that do to the ZEN price? Very bullish indeed. So you can see how the fundamentals, even with a big ramp up in price, can keep the price up pretty strong. Crypto Bra says, I almost lost the bid on the ZEN ordinals. And here's how the last 10 minutes went for your boy. So he's got a video of that, which is pretty hilarious. So you go watch Crypto Bra with that. 1 hour ago, we just published Fenix protocol on Pulse Chain testnet v4. So that's kind of cool. And that's already up and running. Retweet that. And that's cool. So if you want to check that out, we're going to go to the testnet there, just have a quick look at it. We've got plenty of time on the video recording here. That's kind of cool. So we'll go to Pulse Chain testnet 4 and we'll use that since I've been using that today. And so cool. So that is it. And what do we got here? Status active. They're all active on testnet. Now it's going to mainnet, as you guys know. We're expecting that on the 13th of May for Fenix on Ethereum. So that's going to be on Polygon earlier though. So let's go to that. So that's got the supply. So on Pulse Chain, it's got 6,019 so far. Equity supply, reward supply is 6,109. The share rate is 1. Starts off at 1, of course. The share rate changes over time. And the address there, so pretty cool. That's the dashboard. You can go to the burn. You can burn your ZEN. Burn ZEN for Fenix, approve Fenix, and burn ZEN to mint Fenix, which is pretty cool. So you can get some ZEN. And you can approve it for the ZEN burn, and then of course you can burn your ZEN, which is cool. We put the amount of ZEN in there. I don't have any ZEN. I'll probably have to buy some of the PulseX decks as my guess there, and I might do a separate video on the stake, active stakes, deferred stakes, in stakes, and rewards. So I might do a separate one on that, but it's up and running. I'll leave the link in the video description if you want to go play around on this. And of course, PulseX is out there. You might be able to buy some ZEN on that if you haven't minted some. Kind of cool. What else? Well, let's jump over to Zenlon. Zenlon's got Imagine the PP holders learn. That's done a big deal there. Posted a video on that the other day. Learn about XEN, the first ever fair meme launch meme coin, which is pretty cool. So that's coming up as well. Had 10,000 people look at that already, so that's pretty good. If you're reading this, you're early. Nice. We'll give that a little heart. I love that sort of stuff. And of course, you can join the Telegram if you want to get further details on XEN. Now, obviously, that's pretty exciting. XEN coming, and of course, we've got the ZEN Dodge coming up as well. So that's going to be cool. So that is pretty much everything, folks. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Once again, ZEN at 7,557, looking good. Squeezing the liquidity into Fenix coming up there. It's going to be awesome. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Leave any comments, and I will respond to those. Thank you, everybody, and bye for now.